Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's take a look at today's lesson objective. So today we will reason using benchmarks to compare two fractions on the number line. The TEK we'll be focusing on today is 4.3D. All right, so we are going to plot 3, 6 and compare it to and find an equivalent fraction. So I have 3, 6, and I have a number line over here. So I know if I go ahead and I divide my number line into 6 equal pieces, 3, 6 will be over here. So that's 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6. So 3, 6 is going to fall on the exact same spot as 1/2. So 3, 6 equals 1/2. I can also use a strip diagram to help me with this, or a fraction tile. So if I do 1/2, and if I divide this into 3 equal parts, 1/2 is 3 pieces, or 3/6. So 3/6 is equal to 1/2. All right, now let's go ahead and compare 5/12 and 7/8. So if I look over here on the number line, I can divide, if I'm first going to figure out where 12/5 is, I can divide my number line into 12 equal pieces and then plot 5/12. But I also know that 6/12 is the same as 1/2. Right? So if I were to take a whole and divide it into 12 equal pieces, 6/12 is the same as 1/2. So 5/12 is less than, it's 1 less 12th than 6/12. So this is about where 5/12 is going to be. Now, what about 7/8? So I know that 7/8 is much bigger than 5/12, because 7/8 is almost to 1/2, because I need one more eighth to make a whole. So I can see right here that 7/8 is going to be about here, and 7/8 is larger than 5/12. So 5/12 is less than 7/8. Okay, let's go ahead and try one more. Now we have 5/8 and 4/5. So I know that 5/8 is going to be larger than 1/2. So because 1/2 is 4/8, right? So 5/8 is one more eighth than 4/8. Now let's look at 4/5. So if I have 4/5, that's 1 less fifth than 1/2. Or if I divide my whole into my space between 0 and 1 into 5 equal pieces, 4/5 is going to be right here. Right? So we can see just kind of from reasoning that, okay, so 4/5 is 1 less from a whole. And 5/8 is 1 more than half. 5/8 is still going to be large or smaller than 4/5, because 1/8 is going to be a lot smaller than 1/5. So we can see on our number line that 5/8 is less than 4/5. Right? So we can use a number line to help us. We can use fraction tiles. We can use strip diagrams to help us figure out which fraction is bigger or smaller. All right, let's go over today's lesson objective. So today we reasoned using benchmarks to compare two fractions on the number line. And I never went over what benchmarks are, but benchmarks are going to be fractions that we can kind of always we can kind of reason about. So benchmark fractions are going to be 1/4, 1/2, and 1/3, and then 1/2. We usually can use these to figure out which one's bigger or smaller. All right, so those are benchmark fractions. All right, everyone. I hope this was a helpful lesson. I will see you all next time, and have a fantastic day. Bye, everybody.